There we are. Hello and welcome again to CWC Racing after a bit of a break in commentary. I'm back now in the booth on my own, of course. And today we're at Spain. Very technical track, very difficult track to navigate. Last time out, I believe Jarno won, and Jarno, while we've been gone, has been on a bit of a rampage. In this league and in other leagues, as we have a spin already from GS. That did not take long. He's in the wall. I think he's lost a bit of his front wing. Yes, he has. So yeah, we have, I believe that's 18 drivers today. So that's very good, actually. Nice turnout. Let me try and find out who's first on track. I believe it's Jochum. So we'll just get all our little tools up and we'll ride on board with Jochum as he takes us around a lap of Spain. And a bit of lag on board with Jochum there, but he just about manages to keep on the track. Turn 4, it's a bit of a long one. You have to be patient when you floor into the throttle down into the hairpin. Easy to lock up here. You have to stay nice and tight and then just let the car drift a bit wide, a bit too wide there from Jochum, but no harm done. This corner is very difficult to take, especially in the race, because corner cut warning is very inconsistent. You have to just sort of dip your wheel into the first hairpin and just let it sort of take you along with you for the second one. Almost flat out through there. That long rounder into a DRS straight and then another hairpin. Turn 2. You want to get as much traction as possible through here. Jochum has not managed to do that and he is in the gravel. Unfortunately, that is his first run ruined. Honestly, if I'm honest, I think that's for the best. You do not want to be starting on these super soft tires if you want to be relatively competitive. So Jochum, I believe, will be putting into the pits. No, he's going to carry on. All right, fair enough. As Raf sets the first time on the board. As we see Sauber having a bit of an excursion on the gravel there. We've seen drivers just unable to keep it on the track already in the first opening minutes of qualifying. I think that's just testament to how difficult this track is. As Matty slots it into second with a 119.2. All of these drivers on super softs, except Assassin on softs. So hopefully some of them, I think, will hope that they can improve as Dweller now takes pole position. Really want to be putting on the supers at any point in time. If you have anything. No, it's not Ralph. That's Chris. Sorry. Chris is finishing his lap and he puts it into 5th. So good lap from him. Let me just, I'll be back in a second. Let me just get this spectator thing down. There we go. A bit better. Much better. So yeah, 5th place for Chris. Dweller takes pole with a 118.6 on the supers. I think the man we're all gonna want to keep our eyes on, apart from Zach, who also is very quick, is Jarno, who is rapid. He had a victory in AOR on Sunday, and I think the whole F1 community was applauding him on that one. It was a very terrific drive. So eyes are on him today. And this man will be his closest challenger, Zach in the Ferrari, rounding Sector 3. He's also on the supers. Will he be starting on those? I do not know. Navigating the track very nicely, I have to say, and he comes into the pit, so... Oh, no! Oh, that's not how you want to come into the pit lane. I think he's found that out the hard way. Just creamed right into the wall. I could have told you that was going to happen from a mile back. He just took way too much speed. And that's his session over. 123.5 on the supers. I don't think he's gonna stay in 7th place, so he'll get a free choice of tires. But Zach out of the qualifying session, we said he's gonna be the closest person to challenge Jarno. Not anymore. Not anymore. I was running more with GS. GS not getting very wide there into entry. Maybe not a bit confident on the brakes. A bit wide there. A lot of drivers you'll see will just go as wide as possible, just extending the track as much as the game will allow them to get the maximum entry into the first corner and to the 4th corner. But I've seen a few drivers already just sort of stay a bit away from the curves, which, you know, I guess will keep the car as straight as possible on entry, but you want to be as quick as possible. Oros in the McLaren, 120.0, he's done well to put himself up in 4th place. We'll go back on board with Biggie into the hairpin. Will he manage to navigate? Yes, he will. Nice and cautious through there, not wanting to do what Jochum did. Jochum did eventually get a lap down at 23.6. He does not want to start on those tires, I can promise you that. But I doubt he'll not be able to improve on that lap. Biggie comes into the pit, so I don't think he was happy with his lap. He doesn't do his act, keeps it nice and tidy. And we'll move on board with Juanin. Or Juanin, I keep forgetting what it is, I think it's Juanin. Bit wide there, not the ideal line, and he's gonna bail. Okay, don't know what he's done there. Jarno's still not out of the... I think for sure Jarno's still on the softs. I don't think he's interested in setting a lap on those supers. Lawson starting his lap now. Cola also starting his lap. Ooh, takes a bit too much curb, and that's him out of the qualifying session as well. That's 3 people already out. I actually missed Argy. He's also out of the session. Cola just took way too much curb on that 2nd corner and straight into the wall. And if qualifying is this hard for the drivers, then I fear for them in the race. So that's what, 33 laps of this. So yeah, as Booj sets a 118.6 on the soft. That's a very good lap for Booj. Really should not be starting. You should be starting on those softs. I keep reiterating, you do not want to start on the supers. I hope someone into the stream listening to me. Oh, Booj, oof, almost did the same thing as Cola, but he just kept it. But yeah, good lap from him on the softs. Ideally, he should start on those, but we'll wait and see. Raph also out on a lap. Here comes Oros. The McLaren is in 5th place currently. Stays there. I think he improved actually. Yeah, he did. Improved by quite a bit. He just didn't move a position. Assassin taking that corner very cautiously, not wanting to do what we saw Jochum do. What we'll probably see a lot of drivers do during the race is just take a bit too much curb, a bit too much speed, and just send their car way out into the gravel. Jochum puts it up into 8th place, starting to get a bit close up there. Assassin in the other McLaren, he's going to filter into 7th. Well, I say 8th place, Jochum put it into 6th, sorry. Assassin puts it into 7th, and that puts Chris down into 8th. Jonas is in the pits. Ruslan starting his lap now. Got a bit on the grass there. Ross getting very well on entry. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to take it. Car got a bit away from him though, and yep, he backs off of that one. Not like it. Raph puts it into pole actually. That's an 18.4. Good lap from him. Dweller actually improved as well, 18.4 as well. But Oh, we don't do that in the softs, actually. Oh, oh, oh. Careful, careful. I don't want to be on board watching another crash. So yeah, good lap from Don on the softs, 18.4. And as I said, ideally you want to be starting on those. But yeah, maybe a lot of drivers not feeling it. Assassin is on a... No, I think he's on a new lap. Okay. You're not really seeing 2 laps with no super soft tires. Biggie's out again. Takes a lot of curb, but he manages to keep it. Takes a lot of curb on the other corner as well, which is far from ideal. But it's looking relatively decent lap. Taking that corner very nicely, I have to say. Looked nice and smooth. Across the line, Biggie. He's in 10th. He goes into 6. Not bad. Not bad at all from Biggie. That's Power now. Oni's on his lap as well. Yarno's finally out. He's on the supers. Class. He's about to start his lap. Oh, Power. He's in the gravel. And he's lost a bit of his front wing too, so I think it's had a bit of an incident there. I'm going to say on board with Yarno. He in Class the only drivers out on a lap. I think Biggie might be on the second one as well. If I'm correct, looks like Yarno's setting this lap in a bit of a lower ERS setting. Now, will he complete the lap? Because I would not be surprised if you see him setting amazing sector, but just abandoning it and pulling into the pits. Yes, he does. He slows down on that one. He has no interest in starting on those supers, and I do not blame him one bit. Class puts it up into 11th place. That's a place he'd like to start, I imagine. Quanon, ooh, gets a bit squirty on exit, but he keeps it. We'll run on board with Yannick for the rest of this lap. He's on the softs as well, so I imagine he'll be able to improve on that 23.7. Hopefully get himself in the top 10, maybe the top 5. A lag there. It looked like he just vaulted himself onto the grass, but I imagine he did not. He's on a good one. Gets the power down, opens DRS. Juanin, 4th. Nice lap from Juanin. Very nice lap indeed. Booge is out again on a set of softs. Are they the same softs? It's an interesting call. Looks like he's not planning on completing that lap. The 2 Haas drivers of Klaus and Ruslan with a bit of a coordinated driving, it looks like. Oh, I think Elikim was on a lap there and Biggie just sort of got in his way. As we see Assassin in the wall. He's just about recovered. Yeah, I think Biggie might have gotten Elikim's way there, which is not going to be ideal for Elikim, that's for sure. Yarno out on the softs, so time is starting to tick down on this session. Jochum starting a lap. Juanin coming to the pits, I imagine. Booge. I'm not sure what Booge is. I think he went out on the same set of softs and then just did a really slow lap. So is he going to try a lap again? It looks like it. We'll come back to him. Oracle, I think just... did he improve? Maybe. I'm not too sure. I don't think he did. Biggie about to start his lap. Almost every driver out on track now. Yeah, Elikim abandoned his lap. Yarno's about to start his lap. Watch out for Yarno for sure. You'll see him rock up the standings, I imagine. This is Sans Rafa still in pole position. He's also about to start his lap. Matty's about to start. So it looks like Bruce is going to be the next driver to cross the line. Car gets in his way, but he manages to... I've been on board a lot during this qualifying session. As Bruce is the back end there. Hopefully it didn't cost him too much time. I've been on board a lot, so let's go off board a bit. I don't really like staying off board because you can't really get that same sense of speed and how quick a driver's going. But as Bruce is the back end again, yeah, I think that's it. I think his tires... Does not want to do too many laps on those tires, that's for sure. Bruce is going to cross the line 122. I think that's his session over. Oros, he also improves, but not by any positions. I think that might be like the second or third time that's happened in this session. He improves, but doesn't really gain a position. He's sort of stagnated in that 6th area. Vicky about to set a lap now. And he jumped up to 6th, so good lap from him. We're right with Yarno. Yarno crosses the line. That's it, pole position, 1:16.6 on the softs. Goodness, what a lap that is. Almost 2 seconds clear on the neck. I think it's a good time to mention that we were CWC was thinking of expanding to an F2. I think we should expand to an F Yarno. I think he deserves his own tier. 1:16.6 on the softs. Very, very quick lap. We're right on board with the Dweller. He's about to set a lap as well. I imagine he'll beat Raf and start into second behind his teammate. Let's see if he can sneak into the 1:16s from Dweller. He can't. 1:17.5. Takes second position though, almost by a second from Raf, who also is on a lap. RG's done, Jockum's done, Juan has done a lot of shuffling in the pack. RG's done well to get up into 5th place. But we'll stay on board with Raf as he comes across the penultimate corner. A bit deep, but shouldn't hinder him too much. Can he beat Dweller? Nope, 1:18.2. He stays in 3rd place. Chris not on a lap, and I think that'll do it for qualifying. Russ was unable to get a lap in, unfortunately. I didn't catch that. He's not been able to set a lap time at all. So he's going to be starting last position behind the 4 drivers of Zach, Kola, and Argy, who all DNF during the session, and Ilikim, who I think just retired recently, who also wasn't able to get a proper lap in. 1:24. He's about 8 seconds off Yarno's pace. Speaking of Yarno's pace, he's in a league of his own. In first. Pole position, 1:16.6. Stonking lap. So there you have it for quali. As we're going to have the confirmed classifications coming up. Harno takes pole position, 9/10 on the hardest compound from Dweller, who will be happy with second. I think that's the best he would have hoped for, really. Raf in 3rd place ahead of Bouge, who will be happy with 4th starting on the softs. Also the same for RG. Jockum in 6th place on the supers ahead of Juan on the softs. Matty in 8th ahead of Biggie, and Oros in 10th. And then drivers starting on the compound of their choice will be Chris, Assassin, Power, Class, Zach, who will be bitterly disappointed with crashing into the pit lane. And I missed the other drivers there. I believe Elikim, Kola, Russ, they're amongst them, Argy. Reload into the race now. The track's looking a bit greasy, has to be said. Doesn't look as prim and proper as it was in qualifying. It's looked definitely a bit. It's definitely threatening. As we wait for the drivers to load into the session now. Hopefully, Codemasters don't strike again and we get into this lobby, into the race rather. No problems. Lobby is taking quite a while. I said I hope that there were no Codemaster shenanigans. It looks like there's a bit going on. Lobby is taking very long to load into. Yeah, I think we've had a freeze, unfortunately. Oy vey. Gonna wait and get word from Booge on when the lobby, on if we're gonna have a lobby restart. I imagine we will. Unfortunately, the game just about 3 months into its lifespan is just still not up to scratch. Yep, we're gonna be getting a new lobby, I imagine, although I think some people have left, so that's why we're starting again. I'm not sure. We've loaded into the session, but I think we might get a restart because I think someone left, if I'm correct. Dweller with a bit of a... Where's that? Yeah, I know. A bit of rally cross driving. Yeah, it's Dweller. I'm loving Yarno's tire wall techniques of just drifting it through every corner. So will we be continuing with this lobby? It looks like we actually might be. No, I don't think we're racing. I think we're going to be creating a new lobby. Someone's just gone. I don't know who that is. He's absolutely left the building. I think that's Raf. No, it's not Raf. It's I have no clue who it is. So I'm just waiting to load into a new lobby now. Oy vey. Just waiting for an invite. While we do that, let's go look at my epic time trial laps. I wonder if I still have the world record in Germany. Or not world record, but second at least. No, I've been shafted. Wow. Got that. Used to be first. Big lip. In 10th. Wow, those are like my only two good laps. I just realized. Austria. France. I'm well down in France. 34. Still waiting for an invite. China. Way down in China. Am I in Britain? I haven't done any of these tracks. Still waiting for an invite. Just entertaining myself at this point. There we go. Love the fact that I was invited last. Great stuff. Looks like we'll be loading to the lobby soon. Just waiting for Zach to get the position sorted. Alright, so we are back. Had a bit of technical difficulties. Had to start a new lobby with a custom grid, which Zach did a terrific job in setting up. About 10 minutes later. So yeah, we load into the race now. Hopefully Codemasters don't do it again, and we can actually start racing. So we will go through what tire everyone is starting on. Yarno Poster starting on the softs. He has the biggest advantage in the group by far. He has track position and the better race tire. Dweller in second. He'll probably try and play a rear gunner for his teammate, who won't need a rear gunner in the slightest. Raf in third place, also on the supers. Then you have Bouge and RG, both on softs. I think those two will definitely be within a shout for the podium. Jochum in sixth place on the supers, done well to get himself up there. Juan in seventh on the softs. Matty in eighth on the supers, along with Biggie, and 10th place Oros on the softs. And then from everyone, pretty much from 10th to 18th, starting on the softs, except Assassin, who is the only driver. No, Assassin and Zach, only drivers in the grid to start on the medium tires. So watch out for them late in the race. So the drivers just about all lined up. As you see, Russ now taking his starting positions. Not the best place to watch the start of the race, but here we go. 5 red lights. Wind them up. Let him go. Yarno gets a good start. His teammate might actually challenge him into turn 1. The Toro Rosso of Raps is going to be capable watching brief. Dweller tucks in. Raps going to have to go defensive from the Ferrari of Bouge, who keeps it down the outside. Wind down the outside of both of them. What a brilliant move from Watt to take 4th place. He started in like 7. RG also gets Bouge, who's under attack from Biggie now as well. Going to have to go defensive. Ooh. Okay, I think there's a bit of decent going on there. Those two definitely cannot see each other, as Dweller has just lagged out of the race. Yep, lagged out of the race. And down into 6th place he goes. I am not sure what is going on here, and I definitely it. I think Bouge and Biggie definitely just have desync with each other, so I'm going to just go off of that immediately. Dweller's back into 2nd place, so Dweller's just having massive lag. He's got around the gaff. So is Dweller. Raph looks fine. Oh, this is very hard to watch. Is that Dweller in the wall, or is it just his lag making up mirages? I think he might actually put it in the wall. Yeah, he did. He did put it. He did actually spin out. So that's not lag. Dweller actually has spun out of the race. He's last place. He's gonna have to pit for sure. As I think the lag is just about calming itself down. So after the first lap, which was hectic and very hard to watch, Zach has climbed up about 9 positions to get up into 6th place. He's had a terrific start. So's Russ, who started in last place. Dweller's lost 15 positions, so not a good start for him. Or Matt, who's also had a terrible start. We'll put that onto interval as we see the Ferraris of Bouge and Zach. I think Bouge will not try to hold up Zach for too long, as they're both catching up onto the back of RG, who's primed on the back of Juan. So it could be a tasty battle for the 3rd place on the podium if this continues. Raph though is on I think he's on supers, yeah. So we have to keep an eye on him as well to see if he can. As Raph actually had a mistake, yeah. I should have kept my eye on him because already he's had a mistake and he's going to drop down all the way into 6th if Zach has anything to say about it. Zach goes down the inside. He might get Bougie as well. Will Bougie? So Bougie goes down the inside of RG, knocks him off a bit wide. Zach is going to try and go. RG goes very wide. Zach gets a good run on his teammate, but just not close enough to go for a move. Bougie went steaming down the inside of RG. I doubt that was planned. RG is now under attack from Bouge still. Down the inside goes Bouge. RG gives him the space. Nowhere to go. And here comes on the mediums, TK, who's had a terrific start. We have to say, if he wanted any chance to win this race, he had to have been ahead of Jarno coming into lap 1, or at least anywhere near him. He's not anywhere near him. He's already 9 seconds behind. Jarno has a 7-second gap in 2 laps. Wow. Okay. We'll just pretend he's not racing, and this is for the lead then. Juan gonna have to defend hard from RG. He's gonna have to defend harder from Bouge. He's gonna have to keep his teammate behind. Bouge goes very wide, and a bit of lag involved as that holds up Zach. 2 Ferraris are gonna go side by side. I don't think Bouge will fight that one. No, he won't. Meanwhile, Chris on the back of RG. Chris not using DRS. His DRS might be broken. I sure hope not. That's a catastrophe for him in the opening few laps. As Ruslan goes into the pits, he had a terrific start. He might have suffered a bit of damage as we have Biggie and Oros going side by side. Biggie's lost out big time there. Now Argy is going to be down this inside. Oof. Very close there. Argy's compromised himself, and now Chris is going to be on the back of him. Hectic racing in these opening few laps. I don't know what really to watch. Argy's on the inside of Chris again, bumps him off completely wide and gets the position. Or Biggie rather. Now Chris is Chris won't be able to get Biggie on this occasion. Biggie goes a bit deep, comes back on track. Someone's out. That's Raph. Raph out of the race. He started in 3rd place and he was in 2nd, and now he's gone. I think that's a safety car. Yes, it is. Oof. Who was that? Argy and Biggie so close there. But yeah, we have a safety car. Let's see who pits. Jarno does not. Juanan does. Very strange choice from Juanan. Argy does not. Zach does not. Bouge does not, as you'd imagine. Orkos, no. Oros, rather. Argy. Biggie pits. So where does Juanan come out? Very strange choice from him to pit. Very strange choice. So, 5 laps gone. Jarno's 10-second lead has been destroyed. I imagine he'll be absolutely distraught. How will he ever pull away? RG in 2nd place. Zach is... It's like he didn't start in almost last position. He's just zoomed up the field. Bougie, his teammate behind him. Oh, was that a virtual safety car? It was a virtual safety car. My bad. Not paying attention there. So, yeah, Juan decided to pit. I really don't see the benefit in doing that. And now, Zach right on the back of RG to reclaim that second place that he believes that he should be in or about, or should have qualified in at least. Gets a really good run. RG's going to have nothing to defend from him here. DRS open, and that's a move pretty easily done. RG could have taken the slipstream, but Zach's already gone into Narnia. We have Chris on the back of RG, but he's not going to be able to make a move on this occasion. His DRS still is not open. That surely is broken for Chris if it's not opening. Maybe he just has no interest in passing RG. I doubt that. But right on board with Chris. I want to see if his DRS is broken. Tucked right underneath the back of Argy. You can tell he's definitely yeah, definitely broken. If it's not opening. He's gonna be infuriated under that helmet, just waiting for his DRS to pop back up. Usually should sort itself after a few laps, but in F1 a few laps is just a crucial amount of time to not have DRS. He's not got the best run either, so it's going to be another lap stuck behind the back of Argy, has to be said. Man has just overtaken Elikim. I think he made a mistake or something. His daughter was 15 seconds behind that, and so was Power and Ruslan and Biggie, who's all had terrible stuff. Biggie's not even in the session. He's a ghost. Chris right on the back of Argy again. Down the inside goes Oros on Assassin. That was a very mean move. No love lost between those two McLaren teammates. He just slapped that one down the inside. Chris now. DRS is up. Ooh. Somehow he does not. I think he's actually managed to avoid front wing damage from that. Somehow, by the grace of I don't know what. Unless he does actually have front wing damage, it's just light. Even still, that's amazing because he looks like he just slammed right into the back of Argy. These two now fighting for 6th and 5th. They're at the lower end of the points at the start of the race. So fair play to them for keeping it out of harm's way. It's 12-second gap for Yarno in about 8 laps. Which is a record for something somewhere, I imagine. Bouge now on the back of RG. RG's just dropping time to the front two, and Bouge has now clawed his way back onto the back of him. RG is definitely struggling on those softs. He's not looking comfortable in that car whatsoever. Chris also was latched right onto the back of RG. Immediately, RG and RG I'm gonna get those mixed up occasionally, so bear with me. RG goes defensive. Chris will have to go around the outside. He's gonna give it a go. Gets a switchback, but there's nowhere really to execute that one, and he's gonna have to stick behind the Sauber driver for at least this sector. RG goes so wide, and here comes Booge. Surely he's gonna have him. Yeah, RG gives that one up pretty easily. He knew he was not getting anywhere near him. Oh, we have a virtual safety car again. Wow, I was wondering why it was going so slow. Who's that for? Maybe Etikim. He's out of the race. Must be. Booge is out of the race. I wonder what's happened there. How on earth is Booge just DNF'd? Still under a virtual safety car, so how that's happened, I will not know. Wow. Can't really see his car anywhere, unless I'm blind. You see damage, you can see debris there for sure though. As I think we are now, yeah, we are resuming. Oh, off goes Oros. Ooh, oh, I don't know how he's managed to put that in the wall. That was the slowest crash I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, front wing damage for Oros. Not good for him in the slightest. It's Cola and Ruslan are doing battle. Argy still under attack by Chris. Argy hits the curb there. He's gonna have to go across the other curb and shaft the chicane. Is Chris's DRS open? Yes, it is. He finally has that thing open. Doesn't seem very interested in Argy's DRS slipstream for some reason. I think if he took him to behind that, he would be a bit quicker, but he doesn't seem to care. Class into the pits. I believe that's for, was that for a drive-thru? Might have been. Yeah, I think it was. It looked like it was definitely a drive-thru for Class. He has his teammate of Russ behind him. Cola following. As his powers, Dweller comes to the pits as well. What's this for? All the way down in 14th position, Dweller coming back into the pit lane. Chris still unable to find a way past Argy. Dweller out of the pits. It says 5 laps on his tires. That doesn't really make any sense. He just came out of the pits. Same goes for Class. Maybe it'll change after he crosses the line. I don't know. Class has also lost position to Rossi and Cola. Just noticed. Argy's also been overtaken by Chris. We missed that. Chris has been trying and trying over and over to get that move done, and he finally has. Argy goes right down the inside. That was not planned at all. Misses the apex completely, and Chris just takes the position back without really having to do anything because Argy just went so deep. Not the best run for Chris, but not the best either for Argy. Sauber driver will have to stick behind. Oh, he spun it! He spun it and he spun it in the wall! Why do I always catch people doing that? He just put it right into the wall and Argy is just out of the race. Disaster for the Sauber driver. He was looking solid in 5th place and now that's turned into nothing. No virtual safety car this time. Wow. Oros was on the back of Cola there, but he's lost a bit of time. I think maybe Cola made a move on Oros? Possibly. Very hectic, crazy, frantic stuff in this league race going on so far. Yano's still commanding that 14-second gap. Wide there from Cola. And that actually gives Oros position back. So not ideal for him there. As the field is starting to spread out just a little bit. This is the pit skip Zarkos. Oros, sorry, I keep calling him the most random of names. Just had enough of those soft tires. This is the pit on lap 13.
Oh, 5 seconds stop and go. It looks like it is. So even more disaster for Oros.
Matt, Assassin, both in the pits. Cola, no, Cola did not come in. Wouldn't be close between Matt and Class. Matt just about keeps it, but Class is going to have those fresher, warmer, not fresher, but warmer tires, so Matt might struggle to heat them up on this opening lap. very big gaps all around the field. As Jarno has made his pit stop, he's already making a lap. He's already lapping Assassin in 11th place, showing his dominance today. I think he might actually catch Zach before Zach pits, so that could be a tasty little battle. And by tasty, I mean fruitless, because I doubt Zach will fight him very hard. Into the pits goes Chris, and Juan will inherit 3rd place. Actually, it'll be quite close between those two with where they'll finish. Juan was closing down on Chris rapidly on those fresher mediums or softs. Are they softs? Yes, softs. Another mediums. So see if Chris can. So the gap is 3 seconds from Jarno to Zach. Jarno is pushing hard. Well, I say pushing hard. He's just a fast driver in general. So yeah, I imagine he will catch Zach up fairly quickly. Personally hoping I imagine we'll get out ahead of Juan. But Juan will have much fresher tires and much more grip on him when he gets those soft tires on, which he will do. He's definitely benefited from the chaos in front of him. He was battling with, I feel like, 2 other people for that 3rd place spot. And now, lost out to Zach, but yeah, with that pit stop, I feel he probably couldn't really have, even regardless of the pit stop, I doubt he would have been able to hope for anything more than 3rd place. So if he can hold off Chris, then absolutely 3rd place is on for him. Juan and Zach still staying out. In fact, Jarno around the back of Zach. Here comes Jarno. He's got a good run on Zach. Zach pulls to the pits. He decides he does not want to be out there. Did he just crash again? Okay, I saw debris flying. For the love of God, I hope he did not just crash again. Looks okay. I don't know whether Chris can get him or not. Can get Juan or not. Juan actually does not even pit. No, he doesn't. Oh, side by side, Chris and that was a lap car of Dweller. And of course RG, lap car of Dweller. So Dweller not really making it easy for him there. It's 13 lap old mediums. So now in the lead, Zach with a comfortable gap to Juanin, who still have to pit. He wanted to pit sooner rather than later because it looks like RG and Chris are probably both going to have him comfortably. Well, RG, yeah, Chris will have him comfortably. And into the pits finally comes Juanin. On those softs. He's definitely going to put on a charge. Ruslan also pits. Juanin is 5 seconds behind Chris. I think that's the best position he's going to be able to get. I doubt he'll be able to catch RG. Really should not have made that pit stop, should Juanin. I think he was fine either way. Really, there's been no action. The race has sort of petered off from where it was at the start of the Grand Prix, where we had a bit of a lag incident. Well, lag incidents with Dweller. Juanin was lagging around as well. Then Dweller just put it in the wall, which was quite a sight to see. Had to make an early pit stop. Then had a 9-second gap from like lap 3 onwards. We saw a nice battle between RG, Zach, Bouge, and Juanin. Fortunately, this ended when a virtual safety car came out. Zach got them both and pulled away. Then Bouge just, I don't know what, I really do not know what happened. I would love to know what happened to Bouge, but his race just ended under the safety car as well. It was very weird to see. I don't think he had a diagnosis from him after the race. We do have a bit of action going on right now as Cola down the inside of Orgos in the weirdest possible position you could overtake a driver. Cola's tried it and it has not paid off, unsurprisingly. Looks like Oros has even more front wing damage than he did before. His car is not rotating in the slightest. And Cola will have him very easily, yes. And Power will have him soon too. Almost the entire front wing is gone for Oros. Wonder what's happened there. That car is, as you can see, just not turning in the slightest. Look at this fast right-hander. It's like driving a 1990s F1 car or something. And all in the back is Power. As you said, Juan catching Chris rapidly for 4th place. That'll get tasty at the end of the race. Oro's is going to desperately try and hold on to this. Look how much time he loses in that fast right-hander. It's just nothing his car is offering him in that front wing. Down the inside goes, ooh. That was a bit of a rude overtake from Power. Just bonked Oros out of the way. And all the way down into 11th goes the McLaren driver. And 9th. Oh, sorry. Oros' car just not turning, almost in the gravel. He has to just bail and pit. There's no point really staying out. He's gonna lose time. He's gonna lose time quickly to class. .2 is Juan and Chris. Juan can just see the faint speck of Chris in his down the straight. You can just see him there. I think that'll definitely spur the Force India driver on as he hunts him down for 4th place. Not sure what the current situation is. I'm not going to look. Just going to let the race play out, and then we'll delve into that after the results happen. Juan actually has front wing damage. I've only just noticed. So that's going to hamper his cause even more. I wonder when he got that. Interesting. He's still catching Chris though, rapidly. Chris will be amazed in the 4th place position. I don't think he would have expected that at all. Considering he started, where did he start? He started in 11th place. I believe that's 7 positions gained. Yep, it is. 11th place is where he started. So fair play to the Red Bull driver. But Juan is closing him right down. It's only almost under 2 seconds now. He's going to be in DRS in a few laps for sure. Only 5 laps of this race left, or 6 laps. Ooh, Assassin's Walk coming out of the pits. Sort of impeding Juan, but not too much. I don't think Juan will be very happy with it, regardless. It's amazing how the top 2... Wow, the top 2 have a gap of... Well, Jarno has a gap of 19 seconds to Zach, who has a gap of 40 seconds to RG. Jarno is probably going to lap RG soon. In fact, Jarno Yeah, Yarno should probably lap RG towards the last lap of the race, I imagine. If he continues on that pace. Well, probably not, but it'll be close. I think he'll definitely lap Chris and Juan, which will be a saving grace for Chris because he wants this race to end as soon as possible. He also wants Oros to get out of his way as soon as possible because that's not going to help his cause in the slightest. Oros just not really obeying the blue flags. You have to say, actually, I just know his class got ahead of Oros. That's how bad his front wing damage is. This catches a bit of a moment there. If anything gives Chris DRS at least, as Oros finally calls it a day on that broken front wing in pits. Ooh, one going deep, but class was fair enough. He got out of the way pretty quickly there. Speaking of which, class now is Assassin who pit. Down the inside goes Assassin and makes that mistake. That was a very just get out of the way, otherwise you're going to end up in the grapple move. And class did just that. He got right out of the way. He was not going to fight him that hard. Looks like Chris has navigated the traffic a bit better than Juanin, and that has gap has now increased to 2.1 seconds. So even more breathing room for him. As Yarno's about to lap his teammate for, I believe that's the second time. I doubt Dora will make this too hard for him. In fact, gives him a nice little toe as well. Oh, Oros just spun it right in front of Zach. I managed to just catch that. A bit of a hairy moment there. Looks like that gap is staying as it was. It looks like Chris might get fourth place. It looks like it. As I said already, don't know how penalties will apply into this. We'll have to see on the end of the race. Matt has had a very quiet race, it has to be said, but he's in 6th place, chugging along. He's done very well, and he is 38 seconds clear of Cola. He's 16 seconds clear of Russ, who's 38 seconds clear of Cola. Such huge gaps amongst the field, it's crazy. You have a 20-second gap, a 45-second gap, 13, 16, 39, 24. Oris is actually retired from the race. I'm not sure if that was just a retirement or he actually crashed, but he is now gone. But yeah, Chris is doing a great job in keeping Juan, not just keeping Juan there, but he's actually starting to pull away now, so maybe Juan's tires are starting to overheat. I noticed that with Zach as well. Zach's tires he was catching up to Yarno at the start, but his tires are just overheat and they're dead. And he's now losing to the Williams driver, who was, safe to say, dominated the entirety of this race. It's just been a stroll in the park for him. Oof. Yeah, I thought as much. There's Juanin and there's Yarno. Looks like Yarno's gonna get those two. He's got, after this lap ends, he's gonna have 2 laps left, so I think Chris will be quite okay with him lapping Juanin. That'll just sort of give him a bit of respite that he needs. Well, I say needs, he is pulling away from Juanin, to be fair to Chris. Closest gap we have is Dweller on Assassin. Dweller might salvage a point here if he's able to. Looks like Assassin might have front. Yeah, Assassin, just like his teammate, literally no front wing. And Dweller is going to be on the back of him almost immediately. That card is not turning for Assassin. He's going to go defensive, but Dweller will go around the outside. Oh, bit of contact there, and they both just sort of skid out wide. No harm, no foul, though, and they both continue on. Surely a matter of time before Dweller has this move done. As Yarno now starts his final lap of the race. Dweller breezes past Assassin. And Juanin has been lapped by Yarno. And Chris now getting lapped. Or is that Chris? No, that's Power. He's going to get lapped by Yarno, so it's a bit of a lapception here. What we're seeing on board with Yarno is it's been the Yarno show, to be honest. It's him dominating the entire time. Sorry, it looked like for a second he had front wing damage, but he didn't. It's just the weird angle of the Williams cars. He got pulled by a clear second, almost a second on the harder compound. He led every single lap of the race. Got a nice looking gap by about 2 laps, and now he's gonna win by 20 seconds. Yarno crosses the line, and he takes the win in round 5 of CWC. Zach, quite a ways back, he's gonna finish in second place. He'll be happy with second place considering where he started, but he definitely would have wanted to challenge Yarno at least. I don't think he definitely has it in him to challenge Yarno. I firmly believe that. Zach's a quick driver. As he finishes his race firmly on the grass. RG, a clear 50 seconds back, so we're right on board with him, I guess. And Chris, who's 58 seconds back. Good race from these two, has to be said. The RG will be delighted with the podium, has to be said. Great result from him. He was looking a bit shaky at the opening races, on the opening laps, but all his rivals just were not able to keep it on track, and he was, and that's going to be 3rd place for him. And Chris will be happy with 4th place as well. Warren, I think, threw away a podium here. I think he had the pace on the 2 ahead of him, but he just pit under that virtual safety car. He really did not need to. I don't know why he did. And he got for wing damage too, which also did not help his cause. As Chris shafted the last corner there, so let's see if he does keep that 4th place. He crosses the line now. Oh, he will keep that 4th place because Juanin has already been lapped. So yeah, that's it. That's race over. Very easy job for Yarno. Hardly broke a sweat, I imagine. So there are your standings. Yarno, as I said, takes the win. Zach 2nd, RG 3rd, Chris 4th, Juan in 5th. 6th place from Randy, good job from him. Ruslan from last to 17th. Cola in 8th, 9th Dweller, He managed to get power as well. Finishes 10th. Assassin 11th. Class in 12th. Biggie 13th. Oros 14th. All these drivers DNFing. Oros, RG, Bouge, Elok, Raf, and Jokum. And that's going to do it for CWC round 5 after a bit of a break when I was in the hospital dying of pneumonia. Thanks for asking. Yarno takes the win. Very easy job from him. And yeah, see us next time for round 6 in Monaco, which that promises to be quite a hectic race, I imagine. Thanks for watching, and good night.